Hello and welcome to your Friday, March 14th, 2025 full moon, also known as the blood moon, reading. Now, I was kind of shuffling and on what, I was getting, I was finishing up. But these two cards came out on the split. So, right here I kind of just figure, okay, I do feel like you guys are kind of leaving someone behind in the past, guys. I mean, you can see here in the star, your back, your back is turned to the concept of the lovers with this person. And, you're just looking forward. You guys have hope. So, and yet right under the star as well. I'm pretty sure it was on that side. But either way, choices, guys. You've got, I mean, life is plentiful. Life is really anything you want to make it. So, but I hope everyone is doing well today. I do live in Austin, Texas. It was a really beautiful day. I went out to run an errand or two. And it was 90 something out, but the sun felt really nice on my skin. It was nice and warm out, but it was actually very, very windy. So it was a nice combination. And apparently I missed this eclipse yesterday. I'm not quite sure how I really hadn't heard much on it unless I just really didn't catch that information. But I do remember going to sleep a little early. And my brother comes in and he tries to show me a photo. And he's like, yeah, something about the moon. And I'm thinking in my head, oh, okay, yeah, but that's going to be tomorrow. But no, apparently it was this eclipse and the moon just looked beautiful. Last night, because I had just really kind of fallen asleep, the photo looked blurry, but he sent it again this morning and I was like, holy smokes, honestly, it was a pretty good photo and it just looked so beautiful. And then I saw it on Instagram today, of course, NASA's photo, so gorgeous. Alright everyone, so we're going to do a full moon eclipse in Virgo tarot spread, okay? And I found this on Emerald Lotus Divination. This is going to be a 6-card spread. And we'll see how this goes today. There's still one reading. After this I will try and get it uploaded, but I basically spent all day yesterday, just all day, trying maybe 3 or 4 different times to get it uploaded, and it just was not, I don't know, I guess this laptop, I was just talking about it too, that my brother was gracious enough to, because he had bought it and wasn't using it, and so anyway, I have it now, but, there's 8 gigs of RAM on here, which I would think is great, but yeah, it seems that I'm running out of memory space. I'm using iMovie right now to edit, and it seemed that iMovie itself, at least for about a 40-minute video I was trying to get downloaded, what took up close to about the 8 gigs. And I'm just like, but I don't know if I had to delete the library file, because if then I go look, the storage space, it's a big part of it is on the system data. I'm still trying to figure it out, so we'll see how it goes, but I'm feeling good at least about getting this one uploaded. But anyway, lovely. Bottom of the deck is the sun. That just made me very happy. Yeah, guys, happy blood moon. This is going to be good. So no major arcana besides the sun, bottom of the deck. So quite frankly, I think, we could end the reading here. But this is just such a beautiful card to come in, guys. I think, because as I said, on the split we had the lovers the devil in the reverse and the star. So I did say that I feel like you're just kind of leaving someone behind, but you have that hope. Like you guys are in a really nice state right now of just, I just think of positivity, of just of belief in, co-creation with source energy. The sun speaks to success, optimism, vitality, joy, confidence, and truth. But this, the sun card really represents abundance, guys, and just overall radiance. Like your vibrations have risen. Like you guys are basically charging ahead on your path. Maybe not charging ahead, but like you guys are just comfortably galloping ahead. You're really relaxed, enthusiastic, and energetic at work, or successful in work projects. You have a strong financial situation, or the energy around your finances is just, you're finally starting to see the abundance. Like you guys have been manifesting in your own ways, but you're finally starting to see it come to fruition. And the sun card, this is beautiful. This really does show that you have a significant a significant a significant sense of deserved confidence right now, and it's very well deserved. Life is particularly good, and it's like just literally the sun is shining your way as you reach the goals that you set to have. And notice, I'm just remembering, I spoke to the sun today when I run out to run errands, and like particularly it was just, I was so grateful for the sun and enjoying the warmth on my skin. It was warm out, but the wind was out as well. It was so really, really nice, guys. Okay, this is just such a good like omen or foreshadowing of just what's ahead. So keep in this energy, okay? But let's dig into the reading here. So again, the sun is coming in as your major arcana, and we're going to start then with the Knight of Wands, which is coming in the reverse. Now, I do feel like, I just personally feel like because remember where it's funny that it came out like this too, because okay, I really wasn't, I hadn't really paid attention to what was out here, I just kind of lay them out. And I had said with the sun cards, like it's like you're charging ahead, and then in my head I was like, well, not like you're charging, but you're galloping. So when I said not charging, I was thinking of the Knight of this card, of the Knight of Wands in the upright, how he's charging ahead. That's why I was like, well, no, it's not like you're charging, you're just galloping. You're just kind of like, just comfortably, on your path. So, coming in the reverse, I'm feeling mostly like you're just kind of, if I didn't say, it's like kind of like you've taken a seat, or you've taken a step back, and you're just kind of letting source maybe, perhaps take the reins is the best I can say it. And it's also with like the, because again, this is just radiance. Like your vibrations are I feel like increasing at such vibrancy that it may feel that you have a buildup of creative energy and motivation, but you may feel confused about how best to channel it. And I do believe this is just kind of touching on, that you left an unstable, or you were in an unstable relationship, but I do feel that you've definitely walked away at this time. That's why the sun is shining again. Things are starting to get brighter, which really nicely is such nice timing as we go into spring and summer. Just get that sunlight on our skin, and enjoy nature and being outside. But yeah, this to me is you leaving an unstable relationship, especially again with that devil in the reverse. You left some situation behind, and that's now behind you with the star that we had seen here on the split. But you may feel maybe a lack of direction in your career right now, or even like you're in a period of where you don't necessarily have reliable work. You may be working part-time, you may be, you know, in a temporary position, what have you, right? Maybe you're working on a project and trying to work, but something here that, that it could be in, where you feel a little bit of instability, or again, lack of direction with all this buildup of radiant energy that's like just kind of pumping through you right now. But this card indicates that you have worked hard on yourselves internally. So now is the time to apply the lessons you've learned to move ahead in your life. Look for answers within and see how this wisdom can help to navigate the impasses that, may and most likely will be encountered as you continue on your journey, right? As we all continue on our journey. And I don't even think I spoke to, so the Knight of Wands is coming in, okay? And mind you, this is, again, to remind you, this is a full moon eclipse in Virgo tarot spread, okay? This card is coming in for what hasn't been working in your life. Okay, so what hasn't been working in your life? And I feel that that's going to be a very personal message, guys, because maybe this could speak to more on that maybe you guys have been a little bit more passive or lacking self-control, and it's just a message to kind of work on those things. But it's really, you guys have worked hard on yourselves internally. So whatever those lessons, whatever resonates with you, again, this card really to speak to looking for the answers within and seeing how your personal wisdom. That's why I feel like I'm not getting much on the card, but that's because I feel like it's very personal. Like this, this is going to be a very personal to all of you. So let's move on. Let's just move on to the second card. What do you need to clear from your life? What do you need to clear from your life? And we have the King of Swords. So what do you need to clear from your life? I mean, take this as it resonates. Perhaps you guys could be a little too strict or too, what do they say? Oh, take the stick out of your butt, something like that, right? Like, if that resonates with you, if people tend to call you super anal, guys, I mean, sometimes I actually used to be like that, just in certain areas, and I look back on it and I'm like, but it wasn't until after I personally read the first book, really, it was I feel like the precursor to my spiritual awakening. It was the 4 Agreements. That's what the book is called. And after reading that, I'm just like, bro, the pettiest things that could set me off or whatever. And I look back on it now, it's just crazy. So, if that resonates with you, so, what do you need to clear from your life? The King of Swords speaks, it is a reminder to bring objectivity and clarity of judgment to a situation in your life. This could require taking time away from the challenge at hand to develop a different perspective. So I'm not quite sure what that challenge is. But at this time, this could be talking about this past person, but I may pull for extra clarification. Otherwise, this, you're now, again, with the Sun, you're just on a new path, guys, where you have very high standards for love, but you have more control of your emotions after this past, because, this past situation, okay, we saw it on the split, was with the devil, but you turned that upside on its head, and I think either I'm pretty sure you walked away and just blocked it. For whatever it is you had to do, you did it. And a lot of us in the collective did it, including myself. And that's why I feel that in the energy here, guys. Mine occurred mid-November. Okay, so it's been a couple of months now. And you're damn right, I feel this. Like, this is just, I feel this like just, I'm radiating, guys. So I'm right here with you guys on this. And I just felt to, I just had to share that. Because again, a lot of us are going through it in the collective, and I just feel it like pulsing through here in the reading. Oh, so I did talk about strictness. Like, maybe you guys are too strict about something, or the way you're doing something, or your mindset. But the King of Swords tells us as well as like to not be too rigid or make decisions based on assumptions. And how cool that it speaks to assumptions here, because I was just speaking to the 4 agreements, and one of the 4 agreements is to never assume. Just point blank. It will save you a whole lot of like, just if there's no point to do it, you're wasting precious energy, because we can never be within someone's mind to know truly what's going on. So like, it's just throw that out the window. So don't be too rigid. Don't make decisions based on assumptions, okay? And inform yourself as much as possible before jumping to any conclusions. Okay, so moving on to the 3rd card, 7 of Pentacles in the reverse. How can I work smarter, not harder? And that's so funny that we have the 7 of Pentacles, guys, in the reverse, because again, the question is, how can you work smarter, not harder? And that's definitely what's basically being depicted here in this image. You guys are working harder and not smarter at this time, or and that might be whatever. Anyway, I lost my train of thought there, but so let's see. How can you work smarter, not harder? It may feel at this time that you have not been receiving a return on the investments that you've been putting into either, into projects or your job, or again, either, your relationships, aka this past one that you left. It's as if the energy and resources you've provided and been putting out there have not been reaping the harvest you've envisioned. But you do feel like perhaps there's no results in work efforts, or that you're in like a stagnant career. And most likely, you may be worried about money at this time. I think I even said it earlier, that I do feel like things are starting to improve, but it may still the foundation is still not completely solidified, right? You may even have had to, or may have to, abandon a project, but interesting. So okay, so let's pull more on this one for sure. Okay. So the Knight of Cups in the reverse. I don't know, guys, take it as it resonates. Have you guys forgiven this person? I'm not sure. Is this Knight of Cups speaking to this past person? This devil, or is this someone else, I feel that this may really also resonate for most of you, that perhaps there are some tensions being experienced in the workplace, but perhaps because you've truly been avoiding work confrontation. But I feel that the best move in this situation, if it resonates, if you've been avoiding, a confrontation work, is to actually strategically bring it up in a personal way. Pull this person to the side, bring the concern up, do a little bit of research into that, but that might actually relieve the tensions. The Knight of Cups in the reverse encourages you to just take a step back, guys. Find a way to release any heavy emotions you're still carrying. And, also make sure you're taking a look at your needs and feelings before jumping to conclusions. We talked about jumping to conclusions, and we talked about not making assumptions. So I think you guys really are... Tommy, I don't know, how can you work smarter, not harder? Like, maybe releasing, like letting go of some of this tension, some of this, maybe bringing it up, if it so makes sense to you and resonates, that maybe bringing it up with this person or this group or whatever the situation is, may relieve some of the tensions. And again, guys, just be aware, be cautious of jumping to conclusions and of, just assuming things, okay? Let's see what you might be assuming. Interestingly, the Five of Wands. So this could be, again, a workplace or a group situation. But again, like, what did I say? That, like, what are you assuming, right? And the Five of Wands reverse actually speaks to end of conflicts, cooperation, agreements, truces, harmony, peace, and avoiding conflict. So it's like the very thing that you are avoiding, the conflict, it can still be avoided if you just not assume and perhaps approach this group or this person to, like, end whatever, again, because sometimes, again, maybe that's why we hear it, sometimes be the bigger person. Like, maybe it takes a lot of energy and someone very stoic enough to approach the situation in a way that's beneficial for both sides. That's why earlier we said, take into account your feelings. Yes, like, do what resonates, but, just don't make assumptions, guys. So, yeah, I feel like there's a heightened period of stress here for no reason. Like this, it's like already coming to an end. So you can actually breathe a sigh of relief. A stage of compromise and cooperation will be reached. That's what the energy is saying here. So just, a reminder for you to not get lost in the comparison game with others and just stay focused on your own path. And maybe that's, what hasn't been working in your life. This was the first card. Maybe, again, just not being focused on your own path. And how can you work smarter, not harder? Like, ease the situation, make it smarter for yourself to end the tension and, like, approach first, in a nice, calming way. All right, so let's move on. So we have the Four of Wands in the upright. For what karmic lesson is being highlighted? What karmic lesson is being highlighted? The Four of Wands really can speak to this really can be about family, okay, is really what I'm picking up on here, and feeling satisfied, feeling safe in your home environment. Maybe wanting to lay down roots, starting to think about a family for yourself. So what karmic lesson is being highlighted? Let me pull, let's see here, the Four of Wands. Let's get a little bit more info. Because in and of itself, the Four of Wands is it's nice enough. It's a good card. So the Ace of Swords popped out for us. know. I suppose that you guys were just in maybe a string of you could even say failed marriages is perhaps what I'm picking up on. Or maybe you were married once and then maybe you were engaged and that engagement fell. Maybe you had a couple engagements fall through. Maybe you feel like you're like, this is like, like this is a karmic thing. Like, as if like, oh, I'm never gonna find my person, or I'm always gonna, you know, I'm not gonna get my engagement or my marriage. But guys, that's that's all in the mind, because the Ace of Swords, as I just pulled for extra clarification, speaks to new beginnings. This is your time now for clarity, for breakthrough, for new ideas, and focusing your energy, guys. The Ace of Swords indicates that a fresh start is emerging for you. And with the Sun here, that's, completely evident. This is an excellent time to begin a new initiative, take decisive action on a project or even a career change. But you're attracted to discussion, you're attracted to facing problems honestly, and you're attracted to communication. You want a stimulating work environment, and you want to focus on clear communication. And in finances even, you're thinking rationally. So things are looking well for you guys. You have the opportunity to fully take the reins on your future. That's what the Ace of Swords is saying. So if you want this engagement and wedding, it is yours to have. 100%. It's here. The energy's here. Okay, and it's now, of course, the free will and the decisions that you make, to have this come to fruition. But if I didn't say, you have the opportunity to fully take reins on your future. Charge ahead with projects that utilize your creative and intellectual abilities. So, I really just feel like, it's like the karmic lesson is really just that, that period is over if you so wish it to be. But you have, and it's with the energy here, I do feel that you're headed on the right path. Like I said, that you're just comfortably moving, to where you need to be moving. So let's move over to the Page of Cups. The Page of Cups, the page is really about fun and socializing. The Page of Cups is coming in for what practical steps can you take to realign? Okay, so the Page of Cups speaks to idealism, sensitivity, dreams, your innocence, guys, that inner child, putting your head in the cloud, like laying back on the grass, just put your head in the clouds and just relax, have fun. This will allow you to have a fresh perspectives in love, which will ultimately just produce feelings of awe and wonder in love and romance, even, while not being with necessarily having another person, if that makes sense. But you're entering a period of new sensations and even relationships, which can confidently be called a period of emotional rebirth. Okay, so at this time, if you feel creatively blocked due to perfectionism, you're encouraged to reconnect with your initial joy and passion for your projects and let that inspiration flow freely. So again, reconnect with your initial joy and passion for your projects. So think, what started your love for whatever it is that you're doing, right? So it's like me, for example, like I started this tarot channel a couple months ago, maybe 4 now. And I thoroughly enjoy it. Like I thoroughly, sometimes you'll think like, am I doing the right thing? But then it's like, well, of course, like I enjoy doing this. Like I just, I definitely, I don't see this going anywhere. It's just so anyway, so just remember why you tapped into something, and if you truly can't find a reason for why you started something, then perhaps, it's time to start something new or to do something new that will, spark joy and creativity. We're going to wrap up with what new paths are unfolding for me. And surprisingly, but not, we have the Two of Wands in the reverse. So, or I was going to say surprisingly, I meant to say more so interestingly, because the Two of Wands in the upright really speaks to like first steps in planning, right? But again, you guys again may feel blocked, creatively blocked due to some type of perfectionism. And that could just be, I don't know if it's due to bad planning, again, over analyzing, so maybe, yes, perfectionism. But this is just simply not taking action and playing it safe or avoiding risks. So if you continue to do that, no paths are going to unfold. So that's the message here. The reverse Two of Wands suggests the need to establish long-term goals. You can begin this process by identifying what is important to you and setting up your goals accordingly. This this speaks to failed romantic plans, okay, which we've picked up on the energy earlier. Over analyzing at work, not taking action in work. But lack of proper planning could be the reason for your downfall. So again, that kind of goes with any area of life, guys. And we'll finish here with an advice card for your blood moon reading. Okay, the Queen of Swords, guys. So move forward confidently, bravely. You have the energy it takes to succeed. So beautiful reading, guys. Ending again with the sun. And I'll see you guys tomorrow.